Good morning, dear learners. Myself, Yogesh Kanade, lecturer at Dhule Charitable Society's Institute of Pharmacy, Devpur, Dhule. In today's video, we are going to talk about the drugs which are acting on cardiovascular disease. That means the disorders of your cardiovascular systems and the drugs which are used to prevent or which are used in the treatment of your cardiovascular disorders. What do you mean by cardiovascular drugs? Cardiovascular are the drugs which exert their main action on heart or blood vessels to modify the cardiac output or distribution of blood to certain portion of circulatory system. What is the meaning of cardiovascular drugs? These are the drugs or these are the agents which directly act on the blood vessels or directly act on the heart and modify your cardiac output or distribution of your blood to certain portion of your circulatory systems. These drugs also have their action on other parts of your vascular system. They have the ability to modify or to alter cardiovascular functions. Example, digoxin, glyceryl trinitrate, gonitidine, alpha-methyl dopa, etc. For example, if a person is suffering from hypertension, then we can use the drugs like gonitidine, alpha-methyl dopa. If a person is suffering from hypercholesterolemia, then we can use clofibrate, nicotinic acid. If a person is suffering from cardiac arrhythmia, then we can use procainamide, quinidine, etc. Classification of cardiovascular drugs. It is mainly classified into 6 classes. First class, cardiac glycosides are also known as cardiotonics. Example, digoxin, digitoxin, cubane, etc. Second one, antihypertensive drugs, gonitidine, alpha-methyl dopa, propranolol, atenolol, etc. Antiarrhythmic drugs, example, procainamide, quinidine. Vasodilators, glyceryl trinitrate, ethyl nitrite, nitroglycerin, etc. Miscellaneous, furosemide, warfarin sodium, etc. This is the classification of your drugs acting on cardiovascular system. According to their therapeutic uses, it is classified into this following classes, that is cardiac glycosides, digoxin, digitoxin, antihypertensive drugs, gonitidine, alpha-methyl dopa, antiarrhythmic drugs, procainamide, quinidine, vasodilators, glyceryl trinitrate, ethyl nitrite, miscellaneous, furosemide, warfarin, sodium. Now first topic we are going to see, that is cardiac glycosides, or it is also known as cardiotonics. Cardiac glycosides or cardiotonics increases the force of muscle contraction of heart, that is having a positive inotropic effect on heart without increasing its oxygen consumption, are known as cardiotonics. हे ड्रग्स काय करतात, जे कार्डियक मसल कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन ऑफ हार्ट आहे that is increased, that means force of muscle contraction is increased. In clinical it is termed as positive inotropic effect without increasing the demand for oxygen, therefore it is known as cardiotonics. Why it is called as cardiac glycosides? Because sugar moiety is attached at C3 position, therefore it is known as cardiac glycosides. By glycosidic linkages, आपण जर cardiac glycosideचं जर स्ट्रक्चर बघितलं तर त्याच्या थर्ड पोझिशनला, दॅट इज C3 पोझिशनला sugar moiety attached by glycosidic linkages, therefore it is known as cardiac glycosides. Cardiac glycosides stimulates the heart muscles and hence are used to treat congestive heart failure, cardiac arrhythmia, including atrial flutter, atrial fibrillation, etc. Now, what do you mean by atrial flutter? It is a rapid, irregular arterial pulsation wherein ventricles fails to follow the atria. Atrial flutter म्हणजे काय? ज्या ठिकाणी irregular heartbeats आहेत, it is more than 180 to 300 beats per minute, and ventricles do not follow the atria, that we call as atrial flutter. Atrial fibrillation, it is rapid, continuous, irregular beating in the localized area of artery, that is known as atrial fibrillation. Ventricular fibrillation, it is rapid, continuous, irregular beating of ventricles, that is known as ventricular fibrillation. In all these above conditions, we can use cardiac glycosides like congestive heart failure, cardiac arrhythmia, atrial fibrillation, ventricular fibrillation, atrial flutter, etc. Examples: digoxin, digitoxin. That is, in first year you have studied one of the most important crude drug, that is digitalis. Chemical constituents of digitalis is digoxin, digitoxin, which is used as cardiotonics. Now, there is one most important topic which is repeatedly asked in your examination, that is specify or write down the hydrolysis products of cardiac glycosides. Hydrolysis products म्हणजे काय? After administration of your cardiac glycoside in our body, after hydrolysis has been taken place, it is divided into two parts, that is separation of the drug takes place. One, it is known as a glycon part, or it is also called as genin part, and the second one, it is referred as a sugar part. See, hydrolysis products, first part, that is a glycon or genin part, and the second one, that is sugar part, that is sugar moiety. First one, digoxin, a glycon part is decoxygenin, and sugar part, 3 molecules of dextrodigitoxose. Digitoxin, digitoxygenin, 3 molecules of dextrodigitoxose. Gitoxin, gitoxygenin, 3 molecules of dextrodigitoxose. Fourth one, cubane, cubagenin, and the sugar part is L-ramonose. मी जे सांगितलं की कार्डियक ग्लायकोसाइड्सला हे नाव का दिलंय, जर त्याचं स्ट्रक्चर जर प्रॉपरली आपण जर अभ्यास करायला घेतलं तर तिसऱ्या पोझिशनला शुगर मॉइटी प्रेझेंट आहे. मग शुगर मॉइटी पार्ट जो थर्ड पोझिशनला अटॅच आहे, तो शुगर पार्ट सोडून बाकीचं जे काही रिमेनिंग स्ट्रक्चर आहे त्याला म्हणतात अ ग्लायकॉन पार्ट और जेनिन पार्ट. आणि जो शुगर पार्ट आहे, जी शुगर मॉइटी प्रेझेंट आहे थर्ड पोझिशनला, त्याला म्हणतात शुगर पार्ट. जर पहिले तीन ड्रग्स जर बघितले, डिजिटॉक्सिन, डिकॉक्सिन, डिजिटॉक्सिन आणि गिटॉक्सिन, हे 3 स्ट्रक्चर जर बघितले तर तिघांमध्ये सुद्धा शुगर मॉइटी सेम आहे. 3 मॉलिक्युल्स डेक्स्ट्रोडिजिटॉक्सोसचे प्रेझेंट आहे. आणि जो शेवटचा पार्ट आहे, दॅट इज क्युबेन मध्ये फक्त शुगर मॉइटी चेंज आहे, दॅट इज L-ramonose. प्रत्येक स्ट्रक्चर मध्ये जर प्रॉपरली बघितलं तर जेनिन हा वर्ड यूज केलेला आहे टू स्पेसिफाय द जेनिन पार्ट और अ ग्लायकॉन पार्ट. Then first drug, that is digoxin. Properties of digoxin. Digoxin occurs as colorless crystals or white crystalline powder, odorless. It is slightly soluble in ethanol, practically insoluble in water. Stability storage conditions. It is affected by atmospheric oxygen and also affected by light, therefore stored in tightly closed light resistant containers. Uses: it is used to increase force of myocardial contraction. It is used in treatment of congestive heart failure. It is used in treatment of atrial fibrillation, atrial flutter, ventricular fibrillation, etc. Official preparation: digoxin tablet IPBP, digoxin injection IPBP, pediatric digoxin elixir, which is official in British Pharmacopoeia. Then the next drug, that is digitoxin. If you see the properties of digitoxin, digitoxin occurs as white crystalline powder, odorless. It is slightly soluble in ethanol, practically insoluble in water. Stability, storage and uses same as under digoxin. The next part, that is stability, storage and uses are same as under digoxin. Official preparation: digoxin tablet IPBP, digoxin injection IPBP. Then the next drug, that is cubane. Properties: it is white crystalline powder, odorless and a bitter taste. It is slightly soluble in ethanol and in water, practically insoluble in chloroform and in ether. Uses: it is used in treatment of congestive heart failure. Stability, storage: it is affected by light, therefore stored in well closed light resistant containers. Official preparation: cubane injection, which is official in your USP. Then the next topic, that is antihypertensive drugs. From the name itself, you can say that it is used in treatment of hypertension. What do you mean by hypertension? When the blood pressure is elevated from the normal value of 120 by 80 mm of mercury, this condition we refer it as hypertension. In first year you have studied in HAP, that is the normal blood pressure is 120 by 80 mm of mercury. When there is elevation in this normal value, then that condition we refer it as hypertension. But according to the WHO, that is World Health Organization, hypertension is a state in which systolic pressure is 150 mm of mercury and diastolic pressure is 95 mm of mercury. WHO काय सांगतो की ज्यावेळेस सिस्टोलिक प्रेशर 150 किंवा मोर दॅन 150 mm of mercury असेल आणि diastolic pressure when it will be more than 95 mm of mercury, such state it is to be referred as hypertension. Blood pressure increases due to atrial contraction, that is stimulation of your sympathetic system, or increase in peripheral resistance to the flow of blood. Now there are two types of hypertension. We call it as primary hypertension and secondary hypertension. Primary hypertension, if the cause of blood pressure elevation is not known, ब्लड प्रेशर इंक्रीज होण्यामागचं जर तुम्हाला रिझन माहित नसेल, त्याला आपण म्हणतो प्रायमरी हायपरटेन्शन और इसेंशियल हायपरटेन्शन. द सेकंड वन, दॅट इज सेकंडरी हायपरटेन्शन. इफ द ब्लड प्रेशर elevation are due to the causes like renal artery stenosis. renal artery stenosis म्हणजे restricted blood flow through the artery, excessive secretion of your adrenaline neurotransmitter, endocrine disorders like excessive secretion of aldosterone, then we referred it as secondary hypertension. म्हणजे जर आपल्याला ब्लड प्रेशर इंक्रीज होण्यामागचे रिझन जर माहिती नसतील तर आपण त्याला प्रायमरी हायपरटेन्शन म्हणतो, आणि ब्लड प्रेशर इंक्रीज होण्यामागचे जर रिझन्स माहिती असतील तर त्याला आपण सेकंडरी हायपरटेन्शन रेफर करतो. कोणत्या कोणत्या रिझन्स मुळे ब्लड प्रेशर इंक्रीज होतो? जसं की आर्टरीज मधून ब्लड फ्लो जो होतोय तो रेस्ट्रिक्ट झालाय, ॲड्रेनालिन न्यूरोट्रान्समीटरचं एक्सेसिव्ह सिक्रेशन झालेलं असेल, किंवा एंडोक्राइन डिसऑर्डर्स मध्ये अल्डोस्टेरॉनचं एक्सेसिव्ह सिक्रेशन झालं असेल, देन देयर इज इंक्रीज इन युअर ब्लड प्रेशर. त्याला आपण म्हणतो सेकंडरी हायपरटेन्शन. जसं एक एक्झाम्पल घेऊ आपण अल्डोस्टेरॉन. ज्यावेळेस आपल्या शरीरामध्ये अल्डोस्टेरॉन ह्या हार्मोनचं सिक्रेशन इन्क्रीज होतं, तर अल्डोस्टेरॉन काय करेल? अल्डोस्टेरॉन इन्क्रीजेस द सोडियम अँड वॉटर रिटेन्शन. अल्डोस्टेरॉनची ऍक्शन काय? आपल्या शरीरामधून जे सोडियम आयन्स आणि वॉटर एक्सक्रीट होतंय ते एक्सक्रीशन न होता त्याचं रिटेन्शन करण्याचं काम कोणाचं? अल्डोस्टेरॉनचं. मग अल्डोस्टेरॉनचं सिक्रेशन कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन जेवढे इन्क्रीज होईल आपल्या शरीरामध्ये तेवढ्या प्रमाणामध्ये सोडियम आणि वॉटर सुद्धा आपल्या शरीरामध्ये जमा होत राहील. मग जर वॉटर जर इन्क्रीज झालं तर व्हॉल्यूम इन्क्रीज होणार आहे. व्हॉल्यूम जर इन्क्रीज झाली तर इनडायरेक्टली द ब्लड प्रेशर इज गोइंग टू इन्क्रीज. मग अशा हायपरटेन्शन कंडिशन्स मध्ये आपण जे ड्रग्स यूज करतो त्याला आपण म्हणतो अँटी हायपरटेन्सिव्ह ड्रग्स. नाउ लेट अस सी द डेफिनेशन. द ड्रग्स which are used to reduce the elevated blood pressure and its accompanying symptoms are known as antihypertensive drugs. जे ब्लड प्रेशर इन्क्रीज झालंय ते ब्लड प्रेशर कमी करण्यासाठी आपण जे ड्रग्स यूज करतो त्याला म्हणतात अँटी हायपरटेन्सिव्ह ड्रग्स और अँटी हायपरटेन्सिव्ह एजंट्स. एक्झाम्पल गॉनिथिडीन, एटिनॉल, मिथिल डोपा, एक्सेट्रा. Let us see the classification. First class, that is sympatholytic drugs. The name itself, sympatholytics. Lytics means these are the drugs which are going to inhibit the action of your adrenaline or noradrenaline neurotransmitter or inhibit the stimulation of your sympathetic system are known as sympatholytic drugs. आपल्या शरीरामध्ये जे ॲड्रेनालिन न्यूरोट्रान्समीटरची जी काही ऍक्शन आहे, जे ड्रग्स ती ऍक्शन इनिबिट करतात किंवा ब्लॉक करतात किंवा सिम्पॅथॅटिक सिस्टीम स्टिम्युलेशन इनिबिट करतात, अशा ड्रग्सला आपण म्हणतो सिम्पॅथोलायटिक्स. एक्झाम्पल मिथिल डोपा, गॉनिथिडीन, पेंटोलियम टार्ट्रेट, एक्सेट्रा. Then the second class, that is vasodilators, that is dilation effect. Example hydralazine, minoxidil, nitroprusside. Third class, calcium channel blockers. Example amlodipine, verapamil. Fourth one, angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors, captopril, enalapril. Angiotensin 2 receptor blockers, losartan, valsartan. And last, that is diuretics. Example furosemide, spironolactone. This is the classification of your antihypertensive drugs. Then the first drug for your study, that is alpha methyl dopa. This is the structure of your alpha methyl dopa and this is your chemical name. Let us see the structure and the chemical name. First, we have to identify the basic skeleton. I am going to consider this as a basic structure. This structure कसला है? This is the structure of your levorotatory aniline. This is the structure of your levorotatory aniline. To the basic skeleton, I am going to give the numbering 1, 2, and 3. Now at second position, मिथिल ग्रुप इज प्रेझेंट. दुसऱ्या पोझिशनला काय? मिथिल ग्रुप प्रेझेंट आहे. थर्ड पोझिशनला कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सबस्टिट्यूट ग्रुप प्रेझेंट आहे, त्यामुळे मी सब नंबरिंग दिली 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. थर्ड पोझिशनला हायड्रॉक्सी ग्रुप प्रेझेंट आहे. फोर्थ पोझिशनला सुद्धा हायड्रॉक्सी ग्रुप प्रेझेंट आहे. आणि ही कसली रिंग आहे? दिस इज द रिंग ऑफ युअर फिनेल. मग केमिकल नेम काय होईल? फर्स्ट आय एम गोइंग टू कन्सिडर दिस substitute group which is present at the third position. This is the main 3,4 dihydroxy. This is your phenyl. Therefore, this is the structure of your phenyl. 3,4 dihydroxy phenyl. Second position la kya hai? Methyl group. Therefore, 2 methyl. And in the last, the basic structure, that is levorotatory aniline. This is your structure and chemical name of your अल्फा मिथिल डोपा. क्लियर? एकदम सिंपल आहे. पहिले मी बेसिक स्केलेटन फाइंड आउट करणार आहे. मग ह्या स्ट्रक्चर मध्ये मी ॲनालिन हे बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर कन्सिडर करतो. ॲनालिन कन्सिडर केलं. चलो नंबरिंग दिली 1, 2 आणि 3. एक सबस्टिट्यूट ग्रुप सेकंड पोझिशनला प्रेझेंट आहे आणि एक सबस्टिट्यूट ग्रुप थर्ड पोझिशनला प्रेझेंट आहे. सेकंड पोझिशनला जो सबस्टिट्यूट ग्रुप प्रेझेंट आहे तो काय? मिथिल सबस्टिट्यूट ग्रुप प्रेझेंट आहे सेकंड पोझिशनला. आणि थर्ड पोझिशनला काय प्रेझेंट आहे? दिस इज युअर सबस्टिट्यूट ग्रुप विच इज प्रेझेंट ॲट द थर्ड पोझिशन. कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सबस्टिट्यूट ग्रुप आहे त्यामुळे मी सब नंबरिंग दिली 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 अँड 6. क्लिअर? आता ह्या स्ट्रक्चर मध्ये फोर्थ पोझिशनला हायड्रॉक्सी ग्रुप प्रेझेंट आहे आणि थर्ड पोझिशनला सुद्धा हायड्रॉक्सी ग्रुप प्रेझेंट आहे. हे दोघं हायड्रॉक्सी ग्रुप कशाला अटॅच आहे? या मधल्या फिनिल रिंगला अटॅच आहे. त्यामुळे हा पहिलं केमिकल नेम देताना मी हा 3 कन्सिडर केला. दिस इज युअर 3,4 डायहायड्रॉक्सी 3,4 डायहायड्रॉक्सी. दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ युअर फिनिल. देयरफॉर फिनिल. सेकंड पोझिशनला काय? मिथिल ग्रुप. देयरफॉर 2 मिथिल. and in the last the basic structure, that is aniline. L means that is your levorotatory aniline. L stands for your levorotatory. Properties. It is white to yellowish white, fine powder, odorless and tasteless. It is sparingly soluble in water, very soluble in dilute hydrochloric acid. Uses. It is used in treatment of hypertension. Stability storage condition. It is affected by air and light, therefore stored in tightly closed light resistant containers. What is the stability storage condition? It is affected by air and light, therefore stored in tightly closed light resistant containers. Official preparation: methyl dopa tablet, which is official in your IP and BP. Then the next drug, that is polinidine. Properties: it is white crystalline powder, odorless and bitter taste. It is soluble in water and in ethanol. Stability storage condition: it is a stable compound. It is not affected by air, light, moisture, etc. Therefore stored in well closed containers. Uses: same. It is used in treatment of hypertension. Official preparation: polinidine tablet IPVP, polinidine injection IPVP. Then the next drug, that is pentollium tartrate. The next drug, that is pentollium tartrate. Properties: it is a white mass, odorless and a bitter taste. It is freely soluble in water, slightly soluble in ethanol, practically insoluble in chloroform and in ether. It is a stable compound, therefore stored in well closed containers. Uses: it is used to treat severe hypertension. Official preparation: pentollium tartrate injection, which is official in BP and USP. Now the next drug, that is gonithidine. Next drug is gonithidine. Now if you see the structure of gonithidine, If you see this structure properly, this is the heterocyclic ring which is present. It is how much member? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. If we have seen in heterocyclic compounds, 7-membered heterocyclic ring, that is azapine. Now here it is 8-membered heterocyclic ring, that is the name, that is azosine. This is the structure of your azosine. पण azosine स्ट्रक्चर मध्ये 4 डबल बॉन्ड्स प्रेझेंट असतात. azosine स्ट्रक्चर मध्ये किती बॉन्ड आहे? 1, this is 2, this is 3 आणि 4. 4 डबल बॉन्ड्स प्रेझेंट असतात. पण हे स्ट्रक्चर जर प्रॉपरली बघितलं, इफ यू सी द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ युअर गॉनिथिडीन, इन गॉनिथिडीन दिस 4 डबल बॉन्ड्स आर ॲब्सेंट. त्यामुळे आपण ह्या रिंगला काय नेम देणार? वी आर गोइंग टू नेम इट ॲज पर हायड्रोॲझोसिन. Per hydroazosine means at every position double bond is absent, therefore we are referring it as per hydroazosine. Clear? Now come to the structure. Now for giving chemical name, I am consider this part as a basic structure. हा जो part है याला मी basic structure म्हणून consider करतो. हे कसलं structure आहे? This is the structure of your gonethidine. हे कसलं structure आहे? This is the structure of your gonethidine. Gonethidine च्या structure ला मी numbering दिलं 1, this is 2 and this is 3. Now whatever substitute group, this substitute group is present at the first position. पण कोणता substitute group present आहे? Complicated structure आहे परत, म्हणून मी sub numbering देतो 1 and this is your 2. Second position ला काय present आहे? Per hydroazosine. हा जो 2 नंबर आहे त्याला काय प्रेझेंट आहे? पर हायड्रोॲझोसिन प्रेझेंट आहे. आणि हे कसलं स्ट्रक्चर आहे? दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ युअर इथिल. बरोबर. नाउ कम टू द केमिकल नेम. हा सबस्टिट्यूट ग्रुप फर्स्ट पोझिशनला प्रेझेंट आहे, देअरफॉर दिस इज युअर 1. बरोबर. पर हायड्रोॲझोसिन कोणत्या पोझिशनला आहे? सेकंड, देअरफॉर 2 पर हायड्रोॲझोसिन. आणि हे कसलं स्ट्रक्चर आहे? दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ युअर इथिल. त्यामुळे ह्या सबस्टिट्यूट ग्रुपचं नेम काय? 1 in bracket 2 per hydroazosine ethyl, and in the last write down the name of the basic skeleton, that is gonethidine. Now if you see the properties, gonethidine occurs as white crystalline powder or colorless crystals, odorless. It is sparingly soluble in water, practically insoluble in chloroform and in ether. Stability storage, it is not affected by air, light or moisture. It is a stable compound, therefore stored in well closed containers. Uses, it is used in treatment of all forms of hypertension. Official preparation, gonethidine tablet, which is official in your IP and BP. Then the next topic in drugs acting on cardiovascular system, that is antiarrhythmic drugs. The name itself, antiarrhythmic means the drugs which are used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia. Antiarrhythmic म्हणजे काय? The drugs which are used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia. Cardiac arrhythmia म्हणजे काय? Cardiac arrhythmia means disturbances in cardiac rate and rhythm, that is heartbeat. This arrhythmia are caused by disturbances in conductance through myocardial tissue or by disorder of impulse formation. It is due to disorder in pacemaker function. Now you already studied that sinoatrial node is the pacemaker of human heart. Whenever there is a disorder in the pacemaker function, it results into disturbances in cardiac rate and rhythm, that we refer it as cardiac arrhythmia. These disturbances in cardiac rate and rhythm may further result in tachycardia, ventricular fibrillation, atrial fibrillation, atrial flutter, etc. मग अँटीअरेथमिक एजंट्स किंवा अँटीअरेथमिक ड्रग्सची डेफिनेशन काय? the drugs which are used to correct cardiac rhythm and cardiac rate are known as antiarrhythmic agents. In short, these are the agents which are used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia. Cardiac arrhythmia, I have already told you, that is when the function of our pacemaker, that is sinoatrial node, is disturbed or disorder takes place in the function of your sinoatrial node. It leads to disturbances in cardiac rate and rhythm, ज्याला आपण म्हणतो कार्डियक एरिथमिया. मग जे ड्रग्स कार्डियक एरिथमिया या कंडिशनच्या ट्रीटमेंटमध्ये यूज केल्या जातात त्याला म्हणतो आपण अँटी एरिथमिक एजंट्स. एक्झाम्पल प्रोकेनामाइड, क्विनिडीन, वेरापामिल एक्सेट्रा. अँटीएरिथमिक ड्रग्सची मेकॅनिझम काय? These drugs, that is antiarrhythmic agents, act by first one, regulation of atomic nervous system mechanisms in the heart, and second, by direct effect on the cardiac cell membrane. Antiarrhythmic drugs त्याची ऍक्शन दोन मेथड्स ने प्रोड्यूस करतात. एक म्हणजे जे ॲटॉमिक नर्वस सिस्टमचं जे मेकॅनिझम आहे हार्ट मध्ये त्याला रेग्युलेट करणं, आणि दुसरं म्हणजे to produce a direct effect on the cardiac cell membrane. Classification. First one, membrane stabilizing agents. Example quinidine, procainamide. Beta adrenergic blockers. Example propranolol, atenolol. Calcium channel blockers. Example verapamil, nifedipine. And miscellaneous, that is bretylium. First drug, that is quinidine. Properties: it is white needle-like crystals, odorless, and a bitter taste. It is soluble in ethanol but sparingly soluble in water. Stability storage condition: it is affected by light, therefore stored in well-closed light-resistant containers. Uses: it is used in treatment and prophylaxis of proximal ventricular tachycardia, cardiac arrhythmia including atrial fibrillation, atrial flutter, premature systoles, etc. Now quinidine, it is a chemical constituent which is present in your cinchona bark. Therefore quinidine is also used in treatment of malaria. Official preparation: quinidine tablet IP BP. Then the next drug, that is procainamide. Now this is the structure of your procainamide. Same way, apply the rules. First, identify the basic structure. Now in this structure, I am going to identify para-amino benzamide. मी काय आयडेंटिफाय करणार आहे? बेसिक स्केलेटन म्हणून para-amino benzamide. कुठपर्यंत आलं हे स्ट्रक्चर? अप टू दिस पार्ट. क्लियर? सी फर्स्ट पोझिशनला काय प्रेझेंट आहे? हा जो पार्ट आहे मी ते नंबरिंग दिलंय बघा 1 आणि 2. फर्स्ट पोझिशनला काय? This is the structure of your para-amino benzamide. Therefore, see first para-amino benzamide. Second position ला काय present है? Diethyl ether. See 2 diethyl amino. Sorry, ether नहीं है, N. Sorry, it is diethyl amino. 2 diethyl amino, and this is the structure of your ethyl. This is your ethyl. This is one way. In the second way, in your rough page, write down the second chemical name and try to find out how this chemical name has been derived. 4-amino, capital N, in bracket 2-diethyl amino ethyl, in bracket 2-diethyl amino ethyl, close the bracket, and in the last benzamide. try to find out how this chemical name has been derived in case of your procainamide. Properties. It occurs as white or yellowish white crystalline powder, odorless and tasteless. It is very soluble in water, freely soluble in alcohol. It is a stable compound, therefore simple storage, that is stored in well closed containers. Uses. It is used in treatment of cardiac arrhythmia. It is also used in treatment of proximal ventricular tachycardia. Official preparation: procainamide tablet IPBP, procainamide injection IPBP. Then the next a small topic, that is vasodilators. The name itself, vasodilators, it is going to produce a vasodilation effect. And vasodilation effect कशावर produce करना है? It is going to produce on the blood vessels. Drugs causing vasodilation of blood vessels are to be known as vasodilators. Example: glyceride trinitrate, nitrocrusemide. Classification: peripheral vasodilators, example tolazolone, hydralazine, nitrocrucide. Peripheral म्हणजे काय? This drug is going to have a direct dilatory action on the peripheral blood vessels. जे आपल्या शरीरामध्ये peripheral blood vessels present आहे त्याच्यावर act होऊन peripheral blood vessels vasodilation effect is going to be produced by peripheral vasodilators. Second, coronary vasodilators, example glyceride trinitrate, ethyl nitrite. Coronary vasodilators means these act directly on smooth muscles to produce relaxation without paralyzing the smooth muscles. This results in increased blood supply to heart muscles. These drugs are mainly used in treatment of angina pectoris. Therefore, they are also referred as anti-anginal drugs. हा जो second classification है, जो second drug होता that is coronary vasodilators. एक्झाम्पल होते ग्लिसराइड ट्रायनाइट्रेट, अमाइल नाइट्राइट, इथिल नाइट्राइट एक्सेट्रा. हे ड्रग्स काय करतात? अंजायना पेक्टोरिसिसच्या ट्रीटमेंटमध्ये यूज केल्या जातात. त्यामुळे करोनरी व्हॅसोडायलेटर्स किंवा त्याला अँटी अँजिनल ड्रग सुद्धा आपण म्हणतो. एकच ड्रग आहे तुमच्या सिलेबसला, दॅट इज ग्लिसराइड ट्रायनाइट्रेट. प्रॉपर्टीज: इट इज कलरलेस, ऑयली, volatile liquid, odorless and a sweet taste. It is freely soluble in ethanol, slightly soluble in water. Stability storage condition: it is volatile in nature and rapid loss may occur from a tablet when packed in a container having plastic or rubber closures, especially at elevated temperatures. It is also affected by light, hence stored in tightly closed light resistant glass containers with metal or aluminum screw cap. Uses: it is used for prophylaxis and relief of angina pectoris, to get relief from coronary artery spasm, in treatment of acute pulmonary edema, in treatment of congestive heart failure, as well as it is also used in treatment of hypertension. Official preparation: glyceryl trinitrate tablet IPBP, glyceryl trinitrate aerosol, which is official in your USP. Now the last and a small topic, that is lipid lowering agents. The name itself, lipid lowering agents, the drugs which are used in treatment of hyperlipidemia or used to lower plasma lipid levels are known as lipid lowering agents. ज्या व्यक्तीमध्ये लिपिड्स ह्याचं लेवल ही इन्क्रीज झालेली असेल नॉर्मल पेक्षा, अशा वेळेस त्या व्यक्तीमध्ये लिपिड लेवल्स कमी करण्यासाठी जे ड्रग्स आपण यूज करतो त्याला म्हणतात लिपिड लोअरिंग एजंट्स, किंवा त्याचं दुसरं नाव आहे, इट इज ऑल्सो known by the other name, that is anti-hyperlipidemic agents, lipid lowering agents or anti-hyperlipidemic agents. Example: clofibrate, fenofibrate, simvastatin, lovastatin, etc. Classification: HMG CoA reductase inhibitors. Now what is the meaning of HMG? Hydroxyl methyl glutamyl. HMG म्हणजे काय? Hydroxyl methyl glutamyl. And CoA stands for coenzyme A. त्याचा पूर्ण फुल फॉर्म काय? हायड्रॉक्सी मिथिल ग्लुटामिल कोएन्झाइम ए. आता याचा रोल कुठे? हा जो फर्स्ट पार्ट आहे हायड्रॉक्सी मिथिल कोएन्झाइम ए, याचा रोल कुठे? इफ यू हैव स्टडीड properly or you remember properly, that is synthesis of cholesterol. आपल्या शरीरामध्ये जे कोलेस्ट्रॉल सिंथसाइज होतं त्या कोलेस्ट्रॉल सिंथेसिस मध्ये हायड्रॉक्सी मिथिल कोएन्झाइम ए प्लेज एन इम्पॉर्टंट रोल. ऍसिटिल कोएन्झाइम ए आपल्या शरीरामध्ये कोलेस्ट्रॉल सिंथेसिसची प्रोसेस काय शॉर्ट मध्ये सांगतो मी तुम्हाला. ऍसिटिल कोएन्झाइम ए मॅव्होलिनेट मध्ये कन्वर्ट होतो, मॅव्होलिनेट पायरोफॉस्फो मॅव्होलिनेट मध्ये कन्वर्ट होतो, pyrophosphomethylate gets converted into isopentyl methylate, isopentyl gets converted into dimethyl, dimethyl gets converted into phenacyl, phenyl gets converted into lanosterol and lanosterol gets converted into cholesterol. मग सगळ्यात पहिला जे स्टार्टिंग आहे दॅट इज ऍसिटिल कोएन्झाइम ए, ज्याचं कन्वर्जन मॅव्होलिनेट मध्ये होतं. हे कन्वर्जन करण्यासाठी हायड्रॉक्सी मिथिल ग्लुटामिल कोएन्झाइम इज रिक्वायर्ड. मग हे ड्रग्स काय करतात? इट इनिबिट्स द ऍक्शन ऑफ दिस एन्झाइम. या एन्झाइमची ऍक्शन इनिबिट झाली म्हणजे इनडायरेक्टली इट इज गोइंग टू इनिबिट द बायोसिंथेसिस ऑफ कोलेस्ट्रॉल इन आवर बॉडी. एक्झाम्पल: lovastatin, simvastatin. Second drug, that is second class, that is fibric acid derivatives. Example: clofibrate, fenofibrate. Fibric acid derivatives काय करतात? In our body, fibric acid derivatives like clofibrate, fenofibrate decreases HDL and HDL level. आपल्या शरीरामध्ये जे LDL आणि HDL याचं जे कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन इन्क्रीज झालंय ते कमी होतं. ते कमी करणार आहेत. कसे कमी करतात? इट इनिबिट्स हेपॅटिक कोलेस्ट्रॉल सिंथेसिस and decreases rate of lipoprotein release from liver. It also inhibits cholesterol synthesis at the point between acetate pool and mavulanic acid. It also accelerates convergence of very low density lipoproteins to low density lipoproteins. It produces excretion through the biliary tract. That is the mechanism of action of fibric acid derivatives. Third one, bile acid binding resins. Example: clostyramine. And last, that is miscellaneous. Example: nicotinic acid, probusil. This is the classification of your lipid lowering agents. There is only one drug for your syllabus, that is clofibrate. Properties: it is a clear colorless liquid characteristic odor and a sweet taste. It is slightly soluble in water, miscible with ethanol and chloroform. It is a stable compound, therefore stored in well-closed containers. Uses: it is used mainly in treatment of hyperlipidemia, hypertriglyceridemia, etc. It is used to reduce collection of cholesterol under the skin, which produces yellow pigmentation. It is used for prophylaxis of ischemic heart disease. Official preparation: clofibrate capsules, which is official in your USP. Here we complete your small topic, that is drugs acting on your cardiovascular system. In this video, we have seen the definition of cardiovascular drugs, classification, and the most important topics, that is cardiac glycosides, antihypertensive agents, antiarrhythmic drugs, vasodilators, and the last one, that is lipid lowering agents. Thank you.